Yo, what's up guys? Today's video is going to have a bunch of rumors and news on Jim Boylen and a new potential head coaching candidate for the Chicago Bulls. So definitely stay tuned for this video. If you guys watched my last video, you learned that the Chicago Bulls season's pretty much over. You know, the NBA playoffs is happening. Only 22 of the 30 teams are coming, and of course the Chicago Bulls are sitting this one out. So the Chicago Bulls season is over, and I saw that on Twitter that it's going to be 10 months before the Chicago Bulls play another NBA game, and that is terrible because we just got a whole new front office, and our whole team is pretty much just filled with young players, and they're pretty much going to be sitting out a year of basketball. Hopefully they at least train all offseason long and get stronger and better. But yeah, like I said, with the season pretty much over for us, the Chicago Bulls should be firing Jim Boylen any day now. You know, it should happen by the end of this month, I'd like to say. If any other news or rumors come out about that, I'll keep you guys updated. But like I've said in past videos, the Bulls got a whole new front office. You know, they want to hire their coach and let their coach bring in, you know, his coaching staff, his assistant coaches. But on Twitter the other day, Daniel Greenberg tweeted out something. It was from Casey Johnson. And I guess, you know, our new front office was talking to the players, you know, talking to them about Jim Boylen, whether, you know, they want to bring him back or not. And I'm sure a lot of our players said no. Our best players, Markkanen and LaVine, had a lot of problems with the offense and Jim Boylen. And to start off, I guess Arcidiacono, you know, talked to Jim Boylen over the Zoom call or whatever you want to call it. And he told Boylen to focus strictly on coaching and working on his staff and players. And I guess last season or this season, however you look at it, too often Boylen got wrapped up in dealing with like player agents or honoring commitments on the business operations side, which sidetracked his focus on coaching and such. And that really blows my mind that Jim Boylen was like focusing on player agents and other business stuff when he's the head coach. I mean, wasn't dealing with player agents supposed to be like Gar Forman's job? Every rumor that has came out about our old front office is just a big joke. Why would our head coach be dealing with player agents and business stuff? You know, he's a coach. He should be focusing on our players and winning games, not other stuff that's really not important to, you know, that should be important to a head coach in the NBA. It's just crazy talk, man. I'm happy Gar Forman is out of our front office, you know. Thank God we fired him. Hopefully Jim Boylen is coming soon because, I mean, just reading that, man, that just blows my mind. Why would he be doing that? That's just crazy talk. And David Kaplan from ESPN 1000 Chicago, he said this quote today, and it gave a lot of information. You know, he's been reporting the Bulls for a while now, and a lot of my videos and like rumors and news have came from him on Twitter. You know, he's been right about the whole new front office firing and everything like that. And he said, I personally believe that the next head coach of the Chicago Bulls is Ime Udoka from the 76ers. You know, he's a assistant coach for the 76ers, and our new GM Mark Eversley came from the 76ers. So it does make sense, you know, that he wants to bring in someone that he's like familiar with and already has worked with. And David said he made a bunch of calls on this, and I believe he'll be the next head coach. He worked with, you know, like I said, new GM Mark Eversley from Philly. And while I kept hearing Adrian Griffin earlier, I believe Ime is going to be their next head coach. And pretty much he also said, like, you know, he's an assistant coach, like I said, so he's still on contract, and it doesn't end till June 30th, so pretty much the end of this month. And David also said, you know, he's going to get paid by the 76ers until June 30th. And David saying by July 1st, the Chicago Bulls pretty much should hire this man as their head coach. And he said, you know, he would be shocked if it happens earlier. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really too sure, like there's much about this guy. You know, he's been an assistant coach in this league for a while. He was also assistant coach in San Antonio. So was Jim Boylen though, so at least he looks more experienced than Boylen. Hopefully he's a better head coach than Boylen. But yeah, like David said, we should hire this man and fire Jim Boylen by the end of this month or maybe in early July. If any other news or rumors come out about this man, I'll definitely keep you guys updated about this. But yeah, before I get into the next topic in today's video, I want you guys to leave any comments or questions below you guys have about this guy. And if you guys were the Bulls front office, who would you guys want as our head coach? I know a lot of people want Kenny Atkinson and Adrian Griffin, so definitely leave some comments below about that. And the next topic in today's video is about our new front office, talking about some current players. On NBC Sports Chicago, Casey Johnson said the Chicago Bulls' new front office thinks highly of Wendell Carter Jr. And as you guys probably know, I'm really high on Wendell. He could be, he's already showed that he could become a defensive monster in this league. He just needs to continue to work on his post game, and of course work on his three-point shot or his mid-range shot. And of course he needs to get a little stronger because he is a little undersized to play the center position, even though he did say he wants to make a switch to the power forward position. So that will be interesting to monitor and watch this offseason. And Casey also said, I think they view him as an asset that's really been underused this offseason or to this point, and I agree. Wendell Carter is a really good player. As long as he can stay healthy and continue to improve on his defense and offense, I believe he'll be a real good player in this league. He can play the center or power forward position. He's a good passer. He's a decent mid-range shooter. Of course, he needs to work on it. But, our tourist came from Denver, and they really used the Joker a lot as like a point guard or like combo guard pretty much. He pretty much ran the offense, and I can see the Chicago Bulls using Wendell Carter to do that kind of. And Casey also said that Lauri's agent has a good relationship with Arcidiacono. And of course, Lauri Markkanen is still a big piece of our future. This past season was just a complete mess for Lauri. He was injured, and Jim Boylen just made him a spot-up shooter pretty much. Arcidiacono has said many times he wants to find out why Lauri regressed, and I'm sure a lot of players and Lauri himself have put that on Jim Boylen and not involving him in the offense. I also saw a tweet a few weeks ago that Jim Boylen told Lauri Markkanen not to focus on running plays for him, just get rebounds and score the basketball. And I also saw Lauri said that last year he averaged about 80 touches a game, and then this year he's only getting 40 because Jim Boylen told him just focus on rebounding. And that's crazy talk. I like Lauri and all, but he's not the best rebounder, even though he should be way better. He's just not, and you guys know that. Any common basketball fan knows, Lauri's not the biggest, not the best rebounder. But Jim Boylen's telling this man, get rebounds and focus on scoring then. Don't focus on scoring, get rebounds, and then focus on it. And that's just crazy talk. Our head coach is a clown, and I can't wait for the Bulls to fire this man. I'm sick of him. But yeah, it's good to see that, Lauri Markkanen's agent has a good relationship with Arcidiacono. Hopefully they can agree on a contract extension, a good team-friendly deal, because I like Markkanen. I'm really high on him. He has a lot of potential, but at the same time, he really hasn't shown much, especially this last season. It was a complete mess. He was injured. Who knows, man? It was just a mess. So I know Lauri's going to want a lot of money for, in a contract extension, but hopefully this season he comes out and proves that he could be a number 2 option. And of course, hopefully he stays healthy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Leave any questions you guys got below for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for all the love and support recently. Have a good one.